without further ado, I'm going to bring on the Thompson Sisters. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm Tanya. And I'm Shari. All right. Hi, everyone. So, this is our cousin Arja. She has some things to say too later on, but I thank you for that introduction. I don't know if you guys know why we're even doing this and why we're here today and where this even came from. On the 1st, January 1st, I woke up and I just had like, I don't know, I just had a moment. I was like, we need to do a women's seminar. So I jumped on the phone, I called my sister, and I said, you know how we talk to our women every day and they come through the salon and they're in the chairs and people look to us for advice for things and we constantly get it all the time. And sometimes it's just that moment in the chair where we're not able to really give everything that we want to give because you're in and out or there's a lot going on. So I said we should take a day to really talk to everyone and just give them, we're not professional speakers, we're not anything like that, but we do have some advice to give and things that we can tell some of the women, and what we're basically doing is trying to sum everything up that we basically tell everyone. And it's crazy because she's in Sacramento and she gets the exact same thing that I get out here. And I enjoy it. I mean, I don't know, I came back into this profession of doing hair later on in my life, but now I realize this is where I was supposed to be because I get a chance to talk to so many beautiful women.
I decided to open up my own salon. I used to drive up and down the street. There was a psychic lady there. And for some reason, I should think of this little hole in the wall. I said, that would be a nice accessory store. Back in my head. Remember, vision. I didn't know it was even for me. I just said, somebody should really open that store up as a accessory store. It'd be really nice. It's right on the boulevard. So I tried over here and I had somebody helping me. And I'm still looking, and the lady ended up calling me back to have that spot across the street, which I'm at right now. So something happened where she couldn't even open it up. I'm not sure, she couldn't get licensed, something. So I ended up taking over that spot and opening up a 8-station salon. Mind you, remember that store I used to come drive down the street and said that would be a nice accessory store? Yeah. That became our clothing boutique and accessories. So again, visions. Once you put it in your head, God makes a way for it to happen, even when you're not even thinking about it. Damn, nothing was handing down to us. It was a vision.
And each time she said, or we said we would open up a business, it's not that we had a bunch of money in the bank to say we're going to be able to make this happen. We didn't have that. Everything that we've done, we've stepped out on faith. But you have to do something about it. You can't just say this is going to happen. You have to step out on it. You know, like when I thought about the school, it was like I put it out there and I let people know this is what I want to do. You have to do something about it. If you want to buy a house, what do? You just going to say, one day I want to buy a house? No, you go check it out. Go to a mortgage company and see what you need to do. It may be able to, you may be able to make it happen. When we got this place here, the first place I looked at was in LA, closer, because in my mind I thought, well, gosh, it'll be cheaper if we do it closer in LA. But not even thinking that maybe I should try another area because I thought here would have been too expensive. Come to find out, we're driving down the street and somebody brought this to my attention. It was like the place right off of, there was a place off of Salon near La Brea, $5,000 a month. Here it was like $1,500 less in a bigger space. You understand? But if you don't go after it and you don't try it and you just assume, you will never get anywhere. If you change or you're not who you are, that's how you receive your blessing. Shari's been doing good deeds since high school. I remember, and I always tell this story, on Thanksgiving, she worked at Rouse, and she brought a homeless family home for dinner. There was a woman who used to sleep in her car in the Rouse parking lot right there in Ladera, and she had 6 kids. She brought her home for dinner. And we ended up taking her in, and everybody just kind of drove over, until she was able to get Section 8. We didn't take her in like that, but we kind of, we were there for her.
Shari, can I just interject because you're sharing that story because I have a personal story to share about Shari. Shari and I have been friends since we were, 19, 20? She's my son's godmother, my oldest is 15. When I was giving birth to him, he ended up in the hospital, so there was this other baby that was in NICU whose family whose mom and dad were like 18-year-old couple. They were really young. The baby had to get flown in from Bakersfield to UCLA Medical Center. They had to leave because they couldn't afford to stay in LA. They had to go back home and leave this baby by himself in ICU. Shari pulls out her checkbook, writes on a check for $100 so they can stay in a hotel room to be with their baby for a few days.
She comes off a little strong though. But if anybody knows Shari, be like, oh, that's a Shari. But you don't realize how big this heart is inside. It's really big.